let's dive into Penn State versus Michigan State game from Spartan Stadium in East Lansing. It was a solid afternoon for the Nittany Lions, who came away with a 28-10 victory, snapping a tough 6-game losing streak and picking up their first Big Ten win of the season. Now at 4-6 overall and 1-6 in the conference, Penn State showed some real grit, especially on the ground and defensively, to get back to the win column under interim coach Terry Smith. It was his first victory at the helm. Few too many games too late, but you could see the relief and the energy that this brought this team as they carried him off the field. Just a spectacular feeling for Penn State fans, and for them to feel this again, and feeling for Terry Smith as well, right? Terry Smith has done everything he possibly could. He's faced three really tough teams in Iowa, Ohio State, and Indiana. But before we get more into that, please do like and subscribe for the Big Ten Huddle. It will help us create more great content for Penn State by letting us know you are watching. We love making videos about every Big Ten week, and we'll continue to cater more to some of the teams who show us the most love. And you certainly have shown us love with viewing our weekly Penn State head coaching update as well. The search there, Mike Elko getting an extension kind of knocks him out of the race, but we appreciate you watching those, and we'll for sure have an update with Chris again on Thursday morning, both on the podcast and on YouTube. Looks like Eli Drinkwitz, Brent Key, kind of the favors there. Kalen DeBoer losing at Alabama. Does that push him more toward Penn State? We'll talk about it. But before we talk too much about that, well, not before. We're not going to talk too much about that. Let's get back to the game, because right from the jump, things got interesting. Michigan State struck first on their opening play, a 57-yard touchdown run by Elijah Tautoliver, putting the Spartans up 7-0 early in the first quarter. But Penn State didn't panic, and that is so crucial for this team. They answered with a methodical 12-play, 75-yard drive that ate up nearly 7 minutes. Quarterback Ethan Grunkmeier making his mark in just his second home start, I think it is, because they started. But an early start for him. He started against Indiana, and then he was on the road against Iowa and Ohio State. So yeah, or what was Northwestern? Anyway, a very early start. He connected on key passes to Trevor Pena for gains of 5, 7, and 25 yards. Then running back Kaytron Allen punched it in from 8 yards out on a direct snap, tying things up 7-7. Allen was just getting started. He has been so crucial for this team this season, and that was just the beginning of a monster day for him. As the game moved into the second quarter, both teams traded field position battles, with the defense stepping up. Michigan State managed a 24-yard field goal to take the lead 10-7 after an 8-play drive highlighted by a 32-yard pass to Tautoliver, who was able to get close to scoring and eventually set up the field goal for them. But Penn State flipped the script immediately on the very next play. You see the grit from this team, and I love to continue to see it. Even with the season pretty much over, head coach fired, Grunkmeier launched a beautiful 75-yard bomb to wide receiver Devontae Ross. It wasn't 75 yards through the air, but you get what I'm saying, who was wide open down the field thanks to some busted coverage that they took advantage of. Ross hauled it in and strolled into the end zone, giving the Nittany Lions a 14-10 lead that they would not relinquish. That play showcased Grunkmeier's arm strength, how he's growing as a player, Ross's speed, and what he can add to this team moving forward, what he's added to the team, and how it can be utilized moving forward. Exactly the kind of explosive potential we've been waiting to see from this offense. The third quarter turned into a punter's duel, which actually played into Penn State's hands quite a bit, as their punter was outstanding, moving a 68-yard punt to pin Michigan State deep, and later pooching one to the Spartans' 4-yard line. The Nittany Lions defense was lights out from there on out, forcing punts on 3 straight Michigan State drives. They held Michigan State to just 1 of 10 on third downs all game and limited them to 229 yards or total yards in the game. Up front, the pass rush was relentless, sacking Spartan quarterback Alessio Milovic 5 times, a season high for Penn State. Denied Dennis Sutton was a beast in the second half, notching 2 sacks on 1 drive alone to create third and forever situation. He also had a blocked punt in the second quarter. That was fantastic to see as well. His third of the season, tying a school record, which gave Penn State prime field position at Michigan State 41. Heading into the fourth, Penn State really leaned into their strength, the run game. They outrushed Michigan State 240 to 101 overall, controlling the clock with nearly 40 minutes of possession time, right? 40 minutes. It's like 37 minutes and 19 seconds, I think is what I read. Compared to the Spartans, they had just barely over 22. I remember that. They had just barely over 22. A massive 13-play, 76-yard drive, chewed up over 9 minutes of play clock, all but the final play on the ground. Grunkmeier scrambled for key gains of 10, 9, and 4 yards, while Allen and Singleton pounded away. Singleton added 56 yards on 15 carries. Not his best day ever, not the high yards per carry that you would like to see, but he's providing a complementary punch for Kaytron Allen, which is really what we should have seen all along from this team. The drive ended with Grunkmeier flipping a 4-yard shovel pass to Devontae Ross for his second touchdown, pushing the lead to 21-10 with 4 minutes left in the game. And that possession then drained the life out of the Spartan Stadium. The crowd, including those shirtless fans in the student section, started to thin out, leaving them on their way home. Michigan State tried to rally, but Penn State's defense sealed it for them. Back-to-back roughing at the passer penalties gave the Spartans a shot, which was like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen again? It gave them a shot from the Penn State 20, but cornerback Zion Tracy blitzed and stripped Milovicic with freshman Darius Dixon, which I've been a huge fan of Darius Dixon all season long. I know he's not been perfect this season, but I think that he's going to be a big contributor for them as they move on, and as long as he sticks around at Penn State. But starting in place of A.J. Harris, recovering the fumble, that turnover led to Penn State's final score. Allen broke off a 42-yard run, then followed it with a 26-yard touchdown scamper to make it 28-10 with 2 minutes left in the game. Allen finished with a career-high 181 yards on 25 carries with 2 scores, his third straight strong performance against Michigan State. He's been a hammer all season, and this game showed why he is the heart of this offense. Not just picking up the rough first downs on third down, but also getting the breakaway runs, putting them in great field position. Overall, Grunkmeier, he didn't get a ton of production in this one. 8 of 13 for 127 yards, but he did have 2 touchdown passes. Efficient when needed through the passing game, was limited to just 2 attempts after halftime, but Pena chipped in with 4 catches for 38 yards, all in the first half. Feels like this Penn State team isn't trying to please players anymore. They're just going out there trying to get the win, and it's paying dividends. Defensively, beyond denied Dennis Sutton's havoc, linebacker Amari Campbell led with 9 tackles, including a half sack, and the unit forced 6 punts while allowing only 128 passing yards on the day. They bounced back strong after that early touchdown, holding Michigan State to 172 yards on the final 48 plays. This win keeps Penn State alive for bowl eligibility if they still choose to go. I don't even know if they'll go to a bowl game or not, but still something that you kind of notch. You don't want to lose the bowl eligibility streak and stuff like that. But next up is Nebraska at home. It wasn't always pretty, but the Nittany Lions showed resilience, dominated the trenches. I just said Grunkmeier started at home recently. My word, it's too late tonight. But forgive me for that. They made the big plays when it counted for a team that's been through a lot, including a coaching change. This feels like a step forward. The ground and pound approach combined with opportunistic defense and special teams got the job done. Comment below your thoughts on the game, and please do like and subscribe for more great Penn State football content. We appreciate it. Have a good one.